Hello and welcome to the Curator Salon podcast. I'm your host Geeta Joshi. Today I'm going to be talking about the power of having your own art show. As an artist, having your own exhibition is often a major milestone in your career. It not only provides the opportunity to showcase your work to a wider audience, but it can actually increase your exposure and build those professional experiences and relationships that you're seeking. If you've ever thought that having your own exhibition was not cool because it showed that you had to DIY it because nobody else was investing in you, then I want you to really think about this, because that's not the right way of thinking about it. The second most popular way that galleries actually find artists for representation is through artists' own shows. Like any artist that has ever achieved any kind of recognition has at some point had their own art exhibition. And I think it really shows the artist as somebody who is sincere in their message. They are motivated to get their work out there. They are actively doing everything they need to be doing to get their work in front of an audience. And they're backing themselves, right? That's kind of showing a level of self-belief there as well. So, they're going to go and do it even when they haven't got a gallery. And so this is one of the, powers of having your own art show. And on top of this, of course, you get to increase your exposure because you're going to be doing your own marketing as well. So all those people that you have on your mailing list, or if you haven't got one, then again, having an exhibition coming up is a great opportunity to start building out that mailing list, because you're going to be able to invite those people down the line. Same with your online audience. If you're on whichever social media platforms you're on, your exhibition is an opportunity to invite all these people along and see your work in real life. So this is how it really gets momentum, because, word of mouth around events is much more, prevalent, happens much more around events than it does through just, online referrals. So the increased exposure, of course, can naturally lead to more sales commissions, other opportunities, conversations, and all those sorts of things. So when you're having your own exhibition, you're going to be promoting it and marketing it yourself. But of course, you can hire in help if you have the budget for it. Building your professional experience through putting on the exhibition itself and on the marketing side, I think, is one of the big superpowers of having your own art show. You're going to be selecting the work. It's not somebody there deciding for you. You're going to have to make a lot of choices. And this is really helping you level up as an artist, honing your eye on which pieces sit together, thinking about the space of the exhibition that you've selected, like how people navigate the space, how you're leading the eye, maybe how people circulate around the space. These are all these additional considerations when you're planning your own art exhibition. So naturally, in planning and curating an exhibition, while it does require effort and organization, you're naturally going to be developing new skills, and those are only going to help you as you move forward with your art career. And certainly they'll be building your CV and resume there as well. I've spoken to so many artists over the years whose work has either been shown at fairs or it has been shown in group exhibitions by other people, galleries, curators. And the artist has actually been quite unhappy with the presentation of their work. So you can see how having your own show, you would actually be able to make those creative choices, have that creative control, really think about how the work sits together, whether you're having a group show or a solo show, and really helping your audience really understand the vision and the theme of that show. So there we go. With the theme as well is the other thing that you fully get to decide when you're having your own art show or your own art exhibition. And I think this sort of area of development is something that people that have been to art school typically have, and some are courageous enough to go and keep doing it. Some artists I know sort of have their own show like about once a year, once every 2 years. And that is one way of going about it. But if you've never had a show, I really want you to know that it doesn't have to be such an intimidating prospect. When it comes to the practicalities, you're going to be choosing the work that you're going to display. You're going to be choosing the theme of your exhibition or the big idea that you want this exhibition to present to that visiting audience. You're going to be having to find a space. Now that, again, I think this is something that really puts off a lot of people. They are intimidated by prospective cost, but until you start looking, you actually don't know. Personally, I've had exhibitions in the gallery, of course, but I have also had pop-up spaces. I have had exhibitions in coffee shops, at fairs, at office lobbies, public spaces, all sorts of things, right? So when you start thinking about where you can have your exhibition, you'll probably realize there's actually quite a lot of free opportunities for you to exhibit. And if you can only imagine your work in some white cube space, then of course that is available to you as well. And again, those can, completely vary in budget depending on where you are. It can be a rental space, or it can be, a non-profit kind of space that would loan you the space for your exhibition. Next comes all the practical elements of scheduling. When do you want to have it? When is a good deadline? When would you get work back from the framers? Or, where can you hire plinths from and things like that? And then we move into installation. And this, I think, for a lot of artists is an interesting learning curve as well, seeing how their work responds to different places in different arrangements and so on. So there's a lot more creative control that you're going to have when you have your own exhibition. But I find that most artists actually really enjoy this process. There's something here that is just letting them be creative outside of the studio. Sorry, my voice nearly went. Yes, it's letting them be more creative outside of the studio. And now we're doing it in being creative and expressive in a more spatial way here as well. So Ekaterina Popova and myself, we have an online program called Your Own Art Show, and you can visit the details for the program in the show notes. It's called yourownartshow.com. And we also have a free guide to help you plan your own exhibition if that is something you are hoping to do this year. Maybe it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time. And also think about if you want to do that as a solo or do it with somebody else, like have a couple of people in your exhibition where you get to show work together. And of course, this can alleviate the amount of work on your plate there as well. So I think this is a really faster way of having an exhibition than waiting to, be selected, basically, right? My thoughts on this. It's fine if you have gallery goals, but maybe having an exhibition is your opportunity to then invite other art dealers, galleries, curators to come and see you there in person, meet you, see the work in context, and actually really make a case, right, to work together. Marketing your exhibition it's not necessarily the final stage of the whole process, but it is the thing that comes last, because you need to have, of course, secured the dates, the venue, know what the theme is, know what the title of the show is going to be, have an exhibition statement, all these kind of things. But really your marketing starts as soon as you like. And it's really good idea to be taking photographs and, documenting the work in development, your stages of progress as you plan out your exhibition, and then using all this sort of footage and collateral when you're actually at the marketing stage and promoting it. And again, that doesn't have to be difficult, but you certainly got way more opportunities than just your mailing list and just your social media platforms. There are a lot of people that will help you market it. So again, I'd love you to head to the show notes where you can find a link to Your Own Art Show if you want help with this, or you can download our free guide and you'll be entered into a 5-day challenge where you'll receive videos for the next 5 days, each with a prompt to help you start developing your own art show. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe.